What if I told you that not properly documenting your property damages could end up costing you tens of thousands of dollars in your insurance claim? Sounds pretty crazy, right? But it happens all the time. The secret, how you document the damages can make or break your claim. I'm Mendy with my insurance claim expert, brought to you by Panther Public Adjusting, and today I'm showing you how to document property damages like a pro. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a homeowner or adjuster who needs to get their documentation right. Here's how it works. When you file an insurance claim, documentation is everything. If you can't prove the extent of the damage, your insurance company may try denying the claim or offer you a fraction of what you're owed. Sounds pretty harsh? But that's the reality for many homeowners who don't know how to document properly. For example, not taking enough photos or leaving out key details can leave you vulnerable. You might think you're done once you take a few pictures, but there's much more to it. For example, let's say a tree falls on your roof during a storm. You take a few photos of the damage, but you don't show the full extent of the fallen tree or the interior damage caused by leaks. Without that evidence, your claim may not reflect the true cost of repairs. But here's the twist. By capturing the right details and presenting clear documentation, you can increase your chances of getting a fair payout. At Panther, we help homeowners document their claims correctly to ensure they get the maximum settlement they deserve. See, it's all about the details. So what exactly should you be documenting? Here's what you need to cover in order to have a strong claim. First, take clear, detailed photos of all visible damage. Make sure your pictures show the entire area of the damage, not just focusing on the most obvious parts. Second, take wide-angle shots from multiple angles. The more comprehensive the photo, the better it's going to be for your claim. Third, document the date and time of each photo. This proves when the damage occurred and helps avoid any confusion later on. Fourth, capture damaged items and belongings. For example, your furniture, appliances, or personal items were affected. Make sure to list and photograph those too. And finally, document anything that might require repairs. This includes broken pipes, water stains, holes in the wall, or structural damage. Every little thing counts. At Panther, we stress the importance of documenting everything. Because missing just one detail, that can be the difference between a full payout and an underpaid claim. Here's the mistakes that could hurt your claim. Saying, I'll just take a couple of pictures and that's enough. Or, it's just a small crack, I don't need to document that. Or even saying, I'll just tell them about the damage when they come out to inspect. Translation, these mistakes can cost you big. The more thorough you are with your documentation, the better your chances of a successful claim. So, don't rely on your insurance adjuster's inspection alone. Their photos and notes probably won't capture everything. It's your responsibility to ensure that all damage is properly documented and recorded. And don't skip the details. Small damages like a cracked window or a few missing shingles may not seem like much, but they add up to a much bigger repair cost. But don't worry, even if you've made these mistakes before, you can still take steps to improve your documentation moving forward. So how do you make sure your documentation is top-notch? Well, lucky for you, I made a checklist for you to follow. First of all, get it organized. Start by taking clear photos of all damages in surrounding areas. Make sure you get wide shots as well as close-up shots. Second, keep track of all repairs, temporary fixes, and receipts. This shows you've done your job of taking steps to mitigate further damages. Third, document related damages like water leaks or mold growth. Even things you may think are minor, they can be crucial later on. And finally, make sure you're using a detailed inventory system to keep track of personal property that's been damaged. The more information that you provide, the better you're going to be. At Panther Public Adjusting, we've seen the difference thorough documentation can make. We help homeowners get fair settlements by making sure that documentation is clear, accurate, and complete. Don't let poor documentation ruin your insurance claim. Call us today for a free consultation and make sure your damage is properly documented. Like and subscribe for more tips on how to handle your insurance claims like a pro. And Share this video with anyone who's dealing with property damage. Comment below if you've ever had trouble documenting damage or need help with your claim. Let's talk about how to get it right. I'm Mendy. Let's make sure your claim is documented perfectly. I'll see you in the next one.